Some truths are whispered, others are shouted, and some arrive in an unmarked envelope, tearing apart the life you thought you knew. I wasn't expecting anything that morning when I grabbed the mail. Just the usual bills, advertisements, junk. But in the middle of the stack, there was something different. A small, cream-colored envelope with no return address. My name was handwritten on the front. At first, I thought it was a mistake. Maybe an invitation or a misplaced letter. But something about it felt off. The handwriting was neat but rushed, like the person writing it had been in a hurry. I opened it. Inside was a short message, typed on plain white paper. Meet me at Café Luna tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's about your wife. It's important. There was no signature. No explanation. Just that. I read it twice, 3 times, my stomach twisting. My wife, Jessica, and I had been married for 7 years. We had a good life, or at least, I thought we did. Lately, things had felt different. She was distant, distracted, but I had chalked it up to stress, to work, to life. Not to this. At first, I thought it was a joke. Some prank, some mistake. But something in my gut told me otherwise. So I went. Café Luna was a quiet place, tucked away on a side street. I arrived 10 minutes early, scanning the room for anyone who might be waiting for me. And then I saw her. A woman sitting alone in the corner, stirring a cup of coffee, her fingers tense around the handle. She was young, maybe late 20s, with long dark hair and sharp, watchful eyes. When she saw me, she straightened, nodding toward the seat across from her. I hesitated. Then Saturday, are you the one who sent the letter? She nodded. My name is Olivia. I studied her. What is this about? She took a deep breath. My husband, Eric, he's having an affair. I frowned, unsure why she had called me here. I'm sorry to hear that, but She looked me dead in the eye. With your wife. The words hit me like a hammer. My chest tightened. I opened my mouth, but no sound came out. I know how it sounds, she continued, but I wouldn't be here if I wasn't sure. The cafe suddenly felt too small, too bright, too loud. You have proof. She pulled out her phone and slid it across the table. I hesitated before picking it up. And then I saw everything. Photos. Screenshots. Text messages. Jessica and Eric, together. Meeting at hotels. Whispered words exchanged over drinks. Messages that left no room for doubt. The world blurred. I felt sick. My hands clenched the phone so hard my knuckles turned white. Jessica. My wife. She had been lying to me. Sleeping next to me every night, smiling at me every morning, while sneaking around behind my back. Olivia's voice cut through the fog. I know how much this hurts. I forced myself to look up. How long? Her jaw tightened. At least 5 months. I let out a sharp breath, the betrayal slicing through me like a blade. What do you want? I asked finally. She leaned forward, eyes burning with something dark. Revenge. And just like that, everything changed. Over the next few days, Olivia and I planned. We followed them, gathering more evidence. Every meeting, every message, every secret rendezvous. We made sure we had enough to destroy them. And then, we set the trap. Jessica thought I was going on a business trip that weekend. She had no idea. We already knew which hotel Eric would choose. It was easy to predict. What he didn't know was that I had rented the room next door. And when the moment was right, Olivia texted me one word. Now. I stormed in first. Jessica gasped, the color draining from her face. She was sitting on the bed, wrapped in nothing but a sheet. Eric was beside her, frozen in shock. Behind me, Olivia stepped in, arms crossed, her face unreadable. Jessica scrambled off the bed. Thomas, wait. I held up my phone. Don't even try. I have everything. Eric cursed, running a hand through his hair. This isn't what it looks like. I laughed. A dark, bitter sound. You really think that's going to work? Jessica was crying now, shaking. Please, Thomas, let's talk about this. I ignored her. Olivia, do you want to go first, or should I? She stepped forward, looking directly at Eric. You're done. I'm divorcing you. And trust me, when I'm done, you won't have a single penny left. He swallowed hard. Olivia, please. She cut him off. Shut up. Then I turned to Jessica. My wife. I trusted you, I said, my voice low. I gave you everything. And you threw it away for this. Tears streamed down her face. I wasn't thinking, I shook my head. No. You were thinking. Every single time. She reached for me, but I stepped back. She disgusted me. I hope he was worth it, I said. Because after tonight, You have nothing. And then Olivia and I walked out, leaving them in ruins. Jessica didn't just lose me that night. She lost everything. The morning after we exposed them, I was already setting the next phase of my plan into motion. I wasn't just going to leave her. I was going to make sure she suffered. I started with her reputation. Jessica worked in a high-end marketing firm, where image was everything. So I sent the proof of her affair to her boss. The messages, the hotel receipts, all of it. Within hours, she was fired. She called me, sobbing. Thomas, please, why would you do this to me? I let her cry for a moment before answering. Because you did this to yourself. Then I hung up. But I wasn't done. I wanted her to feel what it was like to have the ground ripped out from under her. So I emptied our joint account. The money? It was all mine. I had been the one earning it, saving it, investing it. I made sure she had nothing left. By the afternoon, Jessica was blowing up my phone, desperate. I have nowhere to go. I can't even pay my rent. Please, Thomas, I'll do anything. I stared at the message for a long moment before replying. Not my problem. Then I blocked her. But the best part? Eric's wife, Olivia, took everything from him, too. She didn't just leave, she wrecked him. She took their house, their savings, even his car. He was forced to move into a cheap motel, completely alone. I heard from a friend that Jessica tried to run to him for help. He slammed the door in her face. He never loved her. She was just a game to him. And now, she was completely alone. Weeks later, I saw her one last time. She looked different. Hollow. Tired. Destroyed. She tried to speak, but I just walked past her. She called after me, her voice trembling. Thomas, please, just talk to me. I turned back, meeting her eyes for the final time. And I said the only thing that mattered. I don't know you anymore.